My name is Umnonele Linchauzana from Eastern Cape in Maclear. I'm a father and I'm a rider. I've got a 2-year-old daughter. I work in the media industry. I love adventure, and because it's an adventure bike, it allows me to go out there, ride off-road, which is what I love the most. Later on, I'm going to be joined by my friend Bongiwe Didiza. She also rides. So she's coming with a different bike, not a GS or BMW this time. So I'm looking forward to that. I just want to see the feel, the handling on the other bike. Bikes now are becoming more and more intelligent, and they can do interesting things. I hope when Bongiwe gets here, then I can have a feel on her bike, and then she can jump on mine, and then we can compare notes.
Bongiwe Didiza, intombi yaseNxukhwebe eHilltown, uthanana ubhele, ukhuboni. Ntombazana ke ethanda izithuthuthu ke. Ntoyikisa lento ukuthi ndisuke ezilalini kodwa ndingumuntu othanda izithuthuthu. Abantu abaninzi bayathanda undibuza izithuthuthu ngoba zikhona imoto Bongiwe. I work for an insurance company. I am contracted under Driving in Health, where we talk about cars, bikes, and encouraging safety on the road, especially for us women. This is it. For the next week, izabe indimlo kule Africa Twin. Honda le. It's the power of dreams. Ibike yabo entsha, it's an adventure sport. It does dual sports. Currently, I've got a GS 800, which I've taken to Eastern Cape. Ndihamba ndasuka apha eRhawutini ndotsho ngapha eNxukhwebe ndafika ndazinza kakuhle. Uthando kwami bikes, ibike yami yokuqala ibiyi-GS XR 750. Peer pressure, guys. I love superbikes, but it's not my kind of style. This is more me. But overall, I mean, if you give me anything, I can ride it for you.
My front wheel is a bit thinner than the GS, so that should give me a less wobbling, I would think. Yeah, we've just deflated the tires as well, so the gripping as well is going to be different when you have more air in the tires. I'm a little bit worried about the height. On my bike, the height at least is not bad. This side, the height is worrying me. Center stand is a bit short, and then it makes the bike tilt so much to one side, and then it becomes a problem if you want to hop on it and then have the bike standing. But yeah, there's a technique that I learned, so I'll try that out and see. If that works, then I'll just stick to that. So yeah, I'm just gonna see how the suspension, how this one handles. While on the road, I could feel that it's a bit softer.
So for me, I've never even ridden a GS off-road before. Well, on gravel off-road before, and especially the 1200. I've tried the 800. It's high, and the 800 is a bit ironing body. I don't think that's the right thing to say. But the 800 doesn't have a box engine, and it's not as bulky as the 1200 is. So what I'm expecting for me, it's I'm trying to see how am I going to be able to handle it, because I'm not used to such bulkiness, and also the control, because now as opposed to having a DCT, this is a manual transmission, so then I'll need to be able to be the one that's shifting, when I'm shifting up and down, trying to get the hang of the gravel and the sand.
Right? But because your brain tells you that when it's wobbly you're gonna fall, but if you throttle and then you're like, oh, I came out of that, yes, and then my nerves are short, even though I know, like, if I'm stable enough. And then the other thing is, I'm so used to on road. So on road, it's mostly using the front brake. So now, because now I have to just get the feel of being able to use the back brake. Because then the back brake, if I feel like there's something is gonna happen, it gives me more control. But because you're used to riding on the road, you're thinking front brake, but you know that's not the right not the right way to do it.
Just to add on what you said, I've noticed that as well. When you start feeling the wobble, and then when you throttle a bit, the bike becomes a bit more stable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the thing is just to get a bit of momentum, the right momentum, and then you're good to go.
And then you're good to go, yeah.
Yeah.
We rode these two bikes today, Gabo. You had a feel of my bike. I had a feel of the Honda Africa
Twin, baby.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Look, I'm not gonna lie. EGS iyasinda xa uyijongile. So ndisixelela into bayazini. I can take it long distance, but andiyifuni off road because izonsinda and then zakwenza ntoni. But I'm actually surprised. Like it's light compared to what I thought it would be.
The only problem is when you drop it.
Yeah.
And the bike is a bit tall, ne? I don't know if they can get it to get the suspension maybe by at least or what I noticed kakhulu in Anzeka is the side stand. The side stand is quite short, so that makes the bike to, even if it's not that tall, it makes it super tall. So I feel like if they can maybe invest in it, just make it a little longer so that it gives you, you know, that bit of ilento uba ukwazi ukhwela kuyo, because I felt like, okay, the bike itilta kakhulu and then it becomes impossible now to put it up.
Yeah,
but I don't know when
on that as we switch on njalo, I think istand se Honda sina ubufutshane na compared to maybe ezinye bikes. Yabona lento ichoyo ndiyayivumela, especially xa uzothi ndingumuntu ongisisi mna ndiyintombazana. So I mean, if
but the funny thing is when une height than me.
Okay, at least iyanginceda ndimde, but you know we've got lower body power thina amantombazana, and you guys have got upper body. So for you guys, I think if wena uyibonile and ungumfana, imagine thina singamantombazana, because then xa ufuna ukuyiphakamisile from that standing position, it's a bit hard because ilele nyani, so you'll need to get some help. But I think uba mde kuyanceda kakhulu, because mina ngiyibonanga kakhulu because ndimde, but when you pointed it out, I was like, actually you're right, because for such a big bike, it's lean on a side stand too. It's a bit much. Like, I know I got a nice experience last year when I got the 2019 Adventure Sport. It had crash bars, heated grips. I mean, it had like everything. This one, this test one for 2020 came without the crash bars. So you know, when I had that fall, I'm thinking, oh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to the bike? I'm more scared now because you don't want to ride. You're not riding as comfortably as you would, because then you don't feel protected. And I mean, my handguards are plastic as well. So I felt like, what's gonna happen there?
You need the crash bars to protect your engine, you know.
Yeah.
You don't wanna fall and then that's the end of the ride.
And and also, like, I mean, as you say, you don't want to not have fun, because not having your crash bars, your as much protection as you need. You want to have fun, but you don't want to have so much fun, because then you're cautious about what you can do and what you don't, and what you can't do. But what I really wanted to experience with this adventure sport, the 2021, in comparison to the 2019, the height. You spoke about the height earlier.
Yeah, true.
The 2019 Adventure Sport was actually higher than this one. I had to tippy-toe you on it. I had to see which side I'm going to stop and which side, most comfortable for me. I find this one, in comparison to the 2019 Adventure Sport, it's lower. With the also just on top of the height, it's the weight. They've cut the weight by 5 kgs. The 2019 Adventure Sport bike was a bit heavy. I was worried about it because we did a trip and we did some a bit of off road with it, and I was a bit worried because it felt so heavy and tall. But with this baby,
I could see you were flat-footed there.
They've changed all of that now, and and the weight as well. But what I worry though is I think they're concentrating so much on the weight of the bike that when I was coming here, like a bit of wind, I felt like it would just blow me away. Whereas with the 2019, I would feel quite stable. So I think they should have just looked at not taking off too much of the weight. But then again, I'll need to do a long touring ride to see if maybe what it does in the wind. But the screen though does give you a bit of it looks small.
Yeah.
It looks very small. I would suggest like it comes with crash bars because with my Nixon and giggles that I've had, if I had crash bars I would have been in a better position, because now I'm like
I see there's a few scratches there, and adjusting the screen, I don't know how you adjust it. I mean, like, can't they have something like be more electric or whatever?
You want to be more electric,
you can just click a button or press a button and then the screen adjusts itself.
Technology nowadays.
So I think that's what I picked up. One of the things that I picked up, But I think it's a great bike. Yeah.
That's an awesome bike, man. We're gonna change you and move you to come to Honda Africa Twin.
Yeah.
It was awesome, man. I wanna do this with you again.
Okay, no,
Like,
thank
you. You're the best.
Yes.
Oh!